What's good, guys? I hope you guys are enjoying the episodes and the clips that come along with it. But if you want to see this full episode in its whole entirety, go and subscribe to the Too Wild Podcast. Link will be down below in the description. And this whole entire podcast will be dropping live tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D Too Wild checking in once again, man. Tony Digital bringing back another 4K visual, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Is that good?
Is that a 4K? That's 4K.
It is in 4K. We're on triple 4K visuals today on episode 1 of the Too Wild Podcast. And I got a good friend of mine here in the building, Harrison Nivelle. I was like, you know, when it comes to this podcast and who I really wanted to pop it off with, I wanted to pop it off with a good friend of mine from Atlanta, and you came to mind, you know what I'm saying? And it's been a long time overdue for something like this, and something new, pre-recorded, kind of more professional when it comes to the podcast. So thank you for coming through. What's going on with you today, though?
Yeah, if you guys don't know, I've known Tony for 4 years now. I've been a part of some of his podcasts that involve some drama, but I met Tony at a sneaker drop in 2017, I believe. It was the
spring Air Force One Special Forces.
Yeah, they're the high top Air Force Ones. I met Tony there. I had like 50, 60K subs. Tony, you're probably like 150.
So what's up, man? We down here right now. We actually waiting on Foot Locker to release. This is Harrison Neville.
What's going on, guys?
Go check his channel out, man.
70K in a year. Coming up on 70.
I didn't even know there's more, sneaker YouTubers and streetwear YouTubers. What you do on your channel?
I do like streetwear stuff, more like clothing, but more sneakers too, so it kind of makes it both.
All right, so go check them out, guys. I'm going to check them out as well when I get home. But we just waiting for this thing to open up because it's taking a minute now. Yeah, something on that matter, and now you blew me out the park. Thanks for throwing it in my face.
No, I was saying that's where we were at the time, and I'd never met Tony, but we talked. Then afterwards, we've linked a couple times, so we found.
Do you think that we were doing too much for that release? Like, because we were up early, like at 6 in the morning, and like it was just me and you, and like.
But I think the difference of back then, there wasn't as many releases. Like it was exciting. Like I saw that shoe. I actually genuinely liked that shoe. That's why I went to go buy it. Like I didn't think content would be good. So, was it the string you said?
Spring, or maybe it was the string. Maybe it was the string. It was
the long.
Yeah, if I can find a picture, I'll show it. I actually kept one of those as long as I could. I let them go because I was able to get the Special Forces camo ones. You remember those?
Yeah.
I actually still got those to this day. So, that was a different time right there, though. Air Force One Spring, the high top. It was back when Nike boots and all that was popping in the fashion. That's back in the Harrison Neville, Justin Bieber haircut days.
I was wearing some Fear of God inspired jeans back with those shoes back then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Layering.
Exactly. Layering was on par today. So
I still do it.
Your style has definitely stayed the same. The brands might have got a little bit more, a little bit more weight on it. You know what I'm saying? I thought those jokes, but as far as like how you dress, I don't think you like switched it up really like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even though I do joke and say you wasn't wearing off-white last year. That was an old joke of mine to say to Harrison when he started pulling out the off-white wallets and all that.
Started making some YouTube money.
Yes, exactly. But hey, man, at the end of the day, I'm happy for your success. You just got a McLaren, right? And
yeah, so I move cars a lot. My viewers can't even keep up. I stopped making videos because I change them so often. I think I'm at number 17 now. 17
in the YouTube realm, or just in life?
In general, in life. Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, like you have low key like inspired me a little bit on the car aspect, because I try to let like Nicole know that like it's not, when you're like have equity involved, it's not as serious as people need to make it. Like, buying a car is not that serious. Like you can buy it, you can sell it, you can buy this one. I guess is it serious on the credit side? Like, is your credit getting pulled constantly? Is that where it could?
That's the only negative side if you're financing them. No, I've bought a couple cars cash. I don't like to buy cars cash because it's like, why would I not use that money elsewhere? I'm not a huge investor, but like some things that I've been putting money into recently, where some people might think is stupid, is watches. I've been buying a lot of watches, and my returns on the watches have been like, I'm still holding them, but like I could sell and make a lot of money because I've gotten in. That's a whole different world. I've gotten in at retail level, buying everything for retail. It's got an Audemars Piguet. I've bought a lot of Rolexes, and that like if I didn't have, that's just one example. It's not really that great, but like if I spent all my money on a car, had whatever it was in cash, I can't use all that money that's there to put into other things. So
exactly.
Obviously you shouldn't be buying a car if you can't afford to buy it at least once or twice. Some people have a rule, you should buy it 10 times, whatever. Like,
yeah.
But
I'm like, my accountant has always told me when it comes to me with money, like having liquid cash is always most important.
Yeah.
Like, so credit is not a bad thing. Like, some people would disagree, but having actual liquidate, like funds, is the most important thing. So like, I don't care to do credit, to do this and that. Like, as far as like, I'd rather have 10,000 than have, 2,000, but something bought. Because at the end of the day, like, if you know how to move your credit right, you can come out on top. When you buy a car, it's your car. Like, when you finance it, you can still like come out on top with equity and stuff like that, you know.
You can pay it off whenever, and that's why you have this house, is because you're able to. You've had credit. You finance cars. Like, credit is not bad. Credit is actually really good, and that's like, my credit is like top tier, because since I was 18, I had my own car and I had my own credit card the day I turned 18. So then it's like, I've just been over the years accumulating that. So I've never missed payments and all that.
Exactly.
Like, so when you do that, it actually is more. It helps you in the long run, because you can't do anything in life without credit.
Yeah, last time I checked, mine was 800. Well, let me be honest, like, it was 796.
Mine floats between 790, 810.
So it was a long time. I never had late payments or nothing. It's just buying house. It was doing all that. But when I went and got that Jeep, that's how much it was. So that's how I was able to get that good ass deal I got. But besides that, McLaren's in the shop right now. Got some mods coming in on that, right?
Yeah, I'm getting exhaust put on right now. I like to modify the cars. I wait I try to wait a little bit, so I know I'm going to keep it, because the last car I had for 2 months, which it was an Audi R8, but in this current car market, I bought it and sold it for the same exact price that I paid, so I drove it for 2 months for free. It's like,
would you say, it's like, for me, instance, sneakers, clothing, very similar things that me and you do on YouTube. Do you say that if you could go and do other things, it would be cars and watches? Or, for instance, for me, I'm a tech guy and a game guy, so that would be my other things. Like, are those your other things? You like games too, like, I know you.
Yeah, I did a lot of gaming. I was into Call of Duty. Like, I did YouTube videos on that way long ago, but I like to keep cars and watches kind of things separate from YouTube, because it's my thing that I can do and not have it connected to work. Because I like,
you want to have something personal still, right?
I like disconnect from work, because like, I get in my head, we get burnt out. Like, it's not easy. Like, it's not easy to make money doing videos, but it's like not easy to balance your brain to, like, if you're constantly, everything you're doing is for content. So like, when you take your day and sit at the pool and just like relax, that, like, to me, that's washing my car. Like, sitting there taking 3 hours washing my car, that's my relaxation. But if I had to film it, and it's like, I'm worried about the shots, I'm worried about the angles, worried about editing it. So I keep it all separate, and that helps me the best. I was into cars, honestly, before I was into sneakers. When I was like 5 years old, I was into cars. Like, I wasn't into, like, I liked shoes, but I wasn't like up on SB releases when I was 5 years old. It's like, I think SBs weren't even out back then, but I just like, I was into cars. I had the posters and the Hot Wheels. Like, I know a lot of people were into that. And so that's just my thing. And I made a car channel. I made content. Everybody tells me to keep doing it, but if I got an editor, a filmer directly for that channel, then I'd probably do it, but I can't give more time to it.
No, I feel you. I mean, we talk about this all the time, and it's something that's also kind of like, it's the negative of having the office, like this set right here. I love it. But like you said, it's like, for instance, with Harrison, he has his own set that's away from his house. Like, that's the disadvantage and the con of working from home. Like, even with Nicole, like, when you work from home, when you get off work, you're still in the home and you're still in that work environment. When you're at work, you leave there, you go home, it's like a relax, So if you're now making watches the work, it kind of takes away the relaxation. When you get the watches and get the cars, you're able to relax and like tune off work. So I understand that from that aspect. And it's definitely a problem that I face with as well, is trying to deal with that balance of things that I like to do, but then things that I like to do that I also can do as a work or job, like Twitch and stuff. Gaming and stuff like that can definitely be a problem. I think tech is something I just stay away from. It's just too many people. It's a big market, and there's just the giants already doing it. So I kind of just let them do their thing. At the end of the day, when it comes to that.
Yeah, and I think like I know you could do something in tech, but it's like it's a hard market. It's all like precise and everything. And the funny thing is like having your office at home allows you to work whenever. Yeah. But like, it's weird because I've kind of worked towards streamlining it to where like I can leave at 5-6 o'clock when my wife gets off work and go home with her and not be working. That's the one thing I can't do. I could if I wanted to, but I don't do it as often, of like going at midnight and going and start editing a video, which sometimes I would like to do, but like I know for me, like it's better if I like wake up early. I always wake up really early and just go do it then, rather than like dragging my whole night out, because like I don't get to see Sophie works at an actual job, so like I don't see her. She doesn't work at home, so like I don't get to see her throughout the day. So I don't want to come home and then be working all night.
No, I feel you, and that's where me and you are like totally on the opposite side, and I like that more. I'm just a guy that like from 12 to like 4. That's like my time to wind down and like do. I don't even say I'll be working. I'll be kind of like playing the game and stuff,
chilling. Yeah,
but and I don't know. Maybe I could go to bed at 1 and then wake up at 7 and play the game until like that. But I feel like when I wake up in the morning, like I feel like this time and until like late is like straight like work and doing active stuff. I wouldn't want to play the game like right now. Like I just would feel like I could be doing something so much more better or other things like. But I get what you're saying, like, and that's been my thing, is like trying to find a balance of everything at the end of the day. So getting better with it, spacing out videos, spacing out time, and this thing, you know, I'm just kind of winging. I'm just having fun with it right now. You know, I think that conversations are like things that we don't get to do with our content already. We're kind of just like, not saying scripted, but like we're just like getting to the point. And sometimes things like this can help, like it's therapeutic and also just letting people know more about you as a creator. So, you know, we'll see how this goes, you know, at the end of the day. And if you want to see more Harrison, we'll see how that goes as well.